Welcome to Going the Extra Mile, a podcast brought to you by Newleaf Training and Development. Each edition is sure to lift your spirit and encourage you in today's working world. Enjoy!
I remember my mom and dad saying to me as a teenager when I was unsure about my future career, they said, quote, "Whatever you do it to the best of your ability," end quote. And it was years later before I truly understood the foundational wisdom behind that advice. But it served me well in my service to others, both professionally and personally. I really believe that we've only got one life, so why not go for greatness? Why not strive to be the very best version of yourself? My observation, having both worked in Europe and North America, is that organizations never ever want to lose people who give their best effort. Those that put their shoulder to the plow to provide superb internal and external customer service. As Newleaf Training and Development, we have a staff training program titled Customer Centered Service. And within that program, we present a simple concept called the 3 levels of service: bronze, silver, and gold. It's a very straightforward concept to understand, yet we find it's just not commonly practiced. As an employee, you see, you have a choice as to how much of yourself you give to your work. And here are what I believe are those 3 levels of service. Level number 1, bronze level. You could call that meeting the need or satisfying the need. This is simply doing what's on the job description. We've all interacted with a colleague who does the bare minimum. Someone once cynically said that most employees do just enough not to be fired. And at this level, the customer isn't necessarily unhappy, they're simply satisfied, nothing more, nothing less. Example. In my previous role as a regional finance director for Hilton International, a bronze level controller in the hotels would present accurate, clear reports where the balance sheet actually, guess what, balanced. And they did their job but offered no further insight. Now, the next level is silver service, what we call exceeding expectations. And this is when a person goes above and beyond. You could call it service with a smile or the bells and whistles. For example, a silver controller in the hotels for me would interpret the numbers for us. They'd save the regional team time by identifying exactly where a problem was. For example, they might say the banqueting department is behind budget, which is pulling down the overall results in food and beverage. This was incredibly helpful and exceeded our expectations. Now, the third and final level is gold level, which is anticipating needs. This is what we all truly desire from one another. Gold level service is about anticipating needs before they're even expressed. It often comes down to a personal decision to go the extra mile big time. It's difficult to institutionalize because it really comes from the human heart. Example, these were the rare controllers in the hotels who provided numbers I could rely on and identified issues, and then, guess what, offered solutions. They anticipated what I would need to know to make a decision. In summary, teams and organizations need gold level employees, especially in a world where change is the only constant and competition is ever increasing. Now, my call to action is, if you supervise others, ask yourself how you can turn the organizational pyramid upside down and provide gold level service to your direct reports. There's a radical thought. The greater must be a servant to all. Now, if you're a business owner, how can you engage the hearts and minds of your employees to move beyond the minimum? My experience is that people tend to support what they help create. Start by asking for their ideas and how the organization can provide gold level service to customers, vendors, and to each other. So whatever you do it to the best of your ability. See, I was listening after all, Mum and Dad.
I hope you found that short story useful, and if you did, feel free to rate, review, and share this podcast. We'll be back next week with another episode, and we also invite you to check out our other weekly podcast, Take 5, an inspiring interview with a leader worth listening to. Bye for now.